On the 20th of December 2022, there was a vampire on the loose in the state of Georgia. Jordan Carter, professionally known as Playboi Carti, wasn't out looking for virgin blood to feed on. He was at home, allegedly choking his girlfriend who was just 14 weeks pregnant. Let's dig into his history of past misdeeds and broken relationships and see how it all culminated in his festive period felony, stormy relationships. Playboi Carti has always cited Jay-Z as one of his biggest influences, but clearly, he didn't mean it from a relationship point of view. Unlike Jigga himself, Carti has been unable to keep a stable relationship, and all of his relationships have been punctuated by violence, infidelity, and gunshots. Yes, gunshots. More on that in a little bit. In 2017, Carti dated American model Blac Chyna, albeit for a short-lived period. They were believed to be the hot new item on the block. What first started out as rumors became very substantiated when both of them were seen stepping out in West Hollywood. The 29-year-old model was also seen wearing Playboi Carti's signature bunny necklace over her Adidas sweater. During this period, she also posted a controversial Snapchat of herself enjoying a joyride in downtown Los Angeles with Playboi Carti. This post was controversial because shortly after, an apparent former flame of Carti, Ruby Rose, posted on Instagram with the caption, "Sis, how my taste." While doing promotion for his album Die Lit, he got asked about his fling with Blac Chyna on Hot 97. Playboi Carti summed it up in 2 words: good week.
You and Blac Chyna had a romp, huh?
Yeah, that's my homie though.
Did she break your heart?
Nah, we ain't that deep. You know what I'm saying?
She let you swing an episode real quick though.
Nah.
Y'all had a little roll around.
Yeah. Good week. Yeah.
It was a good week. It was a good week.
Next year, he got romantically involved with Ruby Rose, although it's unsure if they were a thing already even prior to his good week with Blac Chyna in 2017. Ruby Rose is a model and rapper who gained fame after appearing in the 2016 music video for the hit track Bad and Bougie by Migos. She has already seen a steady rise in her popularity over the years and was featured in the 2021 XXL freshman list. Not undermining her talent, but a big reason for her growing popularity in the last 5 years has been the number of high-profile rappers she has been romantically involved with. And this includes the likes of Travis Scott, Takeoff, 21 Savage, Soulja Boy, Lil Yachty, and none other than Playboi Carti. As mentioned before, the exact period they started dating is still a mystery, but Ruby Rose admitted that they've been friends since high school and were friends for a long time before they started getting freaky. Way before the South Atlanta rapper burst onto the big scene, he was staying over at Ruby and her mom's house. You know, because the world needs nice women to let struggling up-and-coming rappers sleep on their couches. At various points in the relationship, when Carti would stop by her house, go to her balcony and just empty his bullets into the air. You heard that right. Apparently, this was standard practice in the city of Atlanta. One brother goes onto the porch and starts shooting into the air, and just like a mating call, another brother comes to empty his own bullets. But one fateful day, when Carti was in the middle of this strange Atlanta mating call, he was having an argument with Ruby Rose because she hit his phone right before his flight. In the heat of the moment, he let out some shots close to her direction. She claimed it was nothing serious, but when a man gets angry and shoots a gun near you, it's really not a good look.
Well, there's one thing you didn't talk about from your relationship with Carti, and that is he shot at you?
We got in a little argument because I hit his phones before his flight. It wasn't directly at me. It was just more like
Okay, so before
in the
this
vicinity.
incident,
The relationship was further complicated when he cheated on her with the former fling, Blac Chyna. This marked the end of the relationship, and just a few months later, he began dating Australian rapper Iggy Azalea, who went on to become the mother of his first son. And in classic Playboi Carti fashion, he missed his son's birth and refused to sign the baby's birth certificate.
This man didn't even come to see his son be born. He went to Philly to play the PlayStation with little Uzi. He thought that was more important than seeing his son be born. Imagine spending time playing PlayStation with your friend instead of seeing your first son be born.
Let's get into the nitty-gritty of his rocky relationship with his first baby mama. Baby mama bust up. Their troubled time together can be traced back to September of 2018 when the Daily Mail caught Playboi Carti and Iggy Azalea on a night out together. This fueled the rumors that they were a couple, and the paparazzi even spotted Carti giving her pink flowers. Carti noted that they met when he was overseas on tour, and once they started talking, he cut every other person off. Talk about love at first sight. 3 months later, they made even bigger headlines when Iggy gifted Carti a Lamborghini for Christmas.
Merry Christmas! Loser. You dork.
And in that same month, the couple moved in together in the Buckhead neighborhood of Atlanta. In July 2019, engagement rumors swarmed social media as Iggy was spotted wearing a gigantic ring on her finger. In December 2019, an exclusive bombshell dropped stating that the Australian rapper was reportedly 6 months pregnant with Carti's child. Fast forward to a few months later, in June of 2020, Iggy officially announced to the world that they have welcomed a new baby boy into the world, named Onyx. The name was inspired by her own gemstone-based name, Amethyst. October 2020 was when the world started to realize that things weren't as rosy as they seemed between the rapper couple. Iggy took to Instagram to drop this fresh revelation. She said the following: "People take loyalty for granted, and that's why I'd rather be alone. And you lost a real one." She stated after that this meant she was currently single and that she was raising her son alone. Despite the media hysteria that came of this, Carti remained mute about anything in regard to Iggy or Onyx. Later on in November, the couple would make headlines again, this time from Playboi Carti's end. He tweeted, "I told shut up, my son crying," which a lot of people concluded to be directly responding to Iggy's recent allegations about him. She later clarified that they spoke behind the scenes, and the tweet was apparently not directed toward her. Christmas of 2020 was when the Iggy volcano erupted. A myriad of tweets, Snapchat stories, and 13-minute Instagram Live exposed a lot of Carti's misdeeds to her and her son. She initially pointed out that Carti started cheating on her throughout her pregnancy with a girl named Brandy Marion, who you can see on the screen right now. She also hinted that there were apparently 6 or 7 other girls that Carti also messed around with during this period. Iggy also revealed that she gave birth to Onyx with a planned C-section, meaning that she had the date pre-planned to give birth. Carti knew of this, but in classic Carti behavior, he decided to go to Philadelphia to play video games with Lil Uzi Vert instead of joining his partner to be there for her son's birth. Imagine spending time playing PlayStation with your friend instead of seeing your first offspring being born. Even I can't make sense of that. She also reported that to this day, Carti is yet to sign the birth certificate of little Onyx. Even after all this was revealed, they still had plans to spend Christmas together as a family with a trip to Aspen, but Carti canceled this at the last minute to go to Atlanta alone to celebrate the release of his album, Whole Lotta Red, with Lil Yachty.
Told him, this really what you're gonna do. You're gonna not be there for Christmas for your son. That's it. You're about to leave us stranded in LA with not and go off, have a little party, have your album party.
After the cheating scandal, as well as shirking his basic fatherly responsibilities, both of them decided to separate and move on with their lives. Carti's festive felony. Now, the latest reports by TMZ state that an incident occurred during the Christmas period of 2022. This festive period has always marked ups and downs in Carti's career. If you've been following, you'll remember that in December of 2018, he got gifted a Lamborghini by Iggy Azalea. In December 2019, a piece of exclusive news was released about his partner at the time, Iggy, being 6 months pregnant. In December 2020, he released a mega successful album, Whole Lotta Red, and at the same time abandoned his partner and child. But he could not have predicted what the December of 2022 had in store for him. He was arrested and taken to the Fulton County Sheriff's Office for 1 charge of aggravated assault and 1 charge of interfering with an emergency call. The alleged victim was Carti's current girlfriend, who he'd been dating since 2020, just after he separated from Iggy, and had lived with since July 2022. According to TMZ, Carti and his girlfriend got into an altercation over a paternity test for her 14-week-old unborn baby and led to the incident of domestic abuse. The victim told police that Carti grabbed her by the throat and shoved her. He held her neck and choked her until she could barely breathe. She said she feared for her life during the incident. The alleged victim stated that a good Samaritan came to her aid, and the witness jumped in and tried to break up the fight and help her escape his clutches. She then reported that Playboi Carti attacked her again when she attempted to escape in her car. The woman claimed the South Atlanta rapper attempted to pull her out of the car and put his hand over her mouth as she tried to use the car's SOS and emergency feature to call the police. On the arrival of the cops, they discovered visible injuries to her neck, chest, and back. The Fulton County jail records show he was booked into Fulton County Sheriff's Office on December 29th, and on the following day, he was released on a $95,000 bond for aggravated assault and a $5,000 bond for hindering a person's attempt at making an emergency telephone call. Playboi Carti was represented by Brian Steele, who is also popularly known for being the attorney of Young Thug in the YSL RICO case. He claimed his client is innocent and said the charges will be dropped. Brian Steele told TMZ that Mr. Carti was falsely accused. Pursuant to my communications with the Fulton County District Attorney's Office, this case will be dismissed without any prosecution or litigation. For a man who once shot at his girlfriend, missed his child's delivery to play video games, and abandoned his family on Christmas Day, it's safe to assume he's not the ideal family man. So beating up, clutching, and asphyxiating his girlfriend is something that's right up his alley. It's pretty strange that this incident is getting out to the public 2 months after it happened. Little wonder what other misdeeds the Vampire of Atlanta has been up to in the last few months. If you enjoyed this video, check out our other awesome videos on the channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.